In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Amen. And Amen begat paradise, and paradise begat a flaming sword, begat eviction, begat you don't belong here, begat redlining, begat you don't belong here either, begat give us this land back, begat urban renewal, begat my neighbor's got a deal on a house I can't afford anymore. Brook Hill Village is one of the last areas of affordable housing left in Charlotte. Its tenants are barely holding on to a neighborhood South Enders are desperately seeking to revitalize. Picture a house, single story, 3 adults, 2 children, 700 square feet, shotgun style. Shotgun style means if you open the front door and the back door, a bullet would go right through the house without touching anything. Except here, the bullet is a minimum wage paycheck. The bullet says to the shotgun, they laid off and I'm already fired. The shotgun says to the banker, yeah, that's the money shot. The banker says to the investor, don't fail me now, I got rent, baby. The investor says to city council, don't fail me now, I got rent, baby. The baby says, why, I'm a baby. But here's the point. The baby plays with blocks too. They all play with blocks. The gentrified block, the only block that can't milli rock. Block ain't hot, block is got. Block don't want you to live here because it decreases the value, but they want you to shop here to increase the value. The block don't want you, but it wants you. Brooklyn, a neighborhood in Charlotte, was once a branch of America's Black Wall Street. Black doctors, lawyers, business owners, until the city wanted the land back. 1,500 buildings and homes torn down, 1,000 families displaced, gone. One of the only buildings remaining today is Brooklyn Grace Church, amen? The block is guarded like a flaming sword, like a word from a banker. It says things like, happy are the poor, but really it's happy are the banks, amen, for they shall inherit the land. If it's happy are the poor, when does the house give way to the Starbucks? When does the child give way to the pipeline? When does your grandma have to move clear across town just to make way for the new Kroger? You know, I took a walk through the Arts District. This was after they raised the rent, so artists had to find a new place to live. And then hired artists to come back in and paint the buildings to make it look like artists still live there. Anyway, I'm sitting at this bar, and they're playing underground hip-hop music, and there's basketball players painted on the wall, and I walk past a karaoke party where college kids are singing the words to Kanye's Gold Digger, except they only know the words to the chorus. She ain't messing with no broke Nick. And you know what I realized, though? Like, some folks love to be surrounded by black and brown culture, but not necessarily by black or brown people. And the church says, amen, but here's the point. Visualize your city in a timestamp. Art on Central, hole-in-the-wall barbecue spot, jazz joint, barbershop, your cousin's house. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Gone. Like an amen. Like a neighborhood of ghosts. But here's the point. What if your neighborhood says to the bullet, no, and the bullet says to the shotgun, no, and the shotgun says to the banker, to the investor, to the city council, this is my block. We will not allow another Noda, Brooklyn, Biddleville, Cherry, Paradise. The word says, ain't you the paradise? And ain't you been resurrected before? And ain't this black and brown gonna last forever? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Yes. And ain't this poem just a prayer? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Amen. Minneapolis, how are y'all feeling tonight?